Another cloudy day. So I'll do my best to record you. Anyway, I'm no mechanic, as I've been told in the comic section. And they're correct. I'm not a mechanic. I don't even pretend to be one. This is the Barry Streamer Show! I gotta put the fan belt back on, and I gotta put the fan back on, and dummy me realized that there's now a manufacturing difference, but nobody bothered explaining that to me at these auto parts stores, so this is what we have. It's no longer pulley separate. Where do I have that thing? Probably in here somewhere. Raw and unedited. It's on the floor. Okay, this is the... None of these YouTube videos show all this either. I've looked at countless ones, and most of them are pretty old, and that might be why. This is obviously original equipment. But anyway, at first glance, they look nearly identical. But the thing is, this pulley comes off on the older one and is bolted on with these bolts here. I don't know, sometimes the threading becomes unique to each one. Now see, a lot of YouTube videos would edit all that out. I just leave it in because it's real. There you go. What am I doing? I'm trying to show the difference. This is the old-fashioned kind, original equipment. It has a pulley screwed on for whatever reason. Then on this old Chrysler product, this fan right here screws onto that threaded part right there, which has nothing to do with the pulley so much itself, whether it's bolted on or not. I know I banged myself around a little bit, a couple little owies. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether there's a pulley there. Now, on the new one, that's what got me befuddled, watching YouTube videos. Had I not watched any of these stupid YouTube videos, I probably would have figured it out on my own. This pulley has holes in here, but you can't thread anything into that sheet metal, and duh, why would you? Which did not occur to me. Are we making sense yet? Anyway, this is past tense, prologue. It doesn't matter anymore. Some of these YouTube videos were showing sand off, all that gunk. Doesn't. Anywho, this is the old pulley right here, which is irrelevant. The bolt holes don't line up, but that doesn't matter because we're not using this. You know, I got lost in the minutia of watching some of these YouTube videos. Anyway, in order to save and reuse the tube, the metal tube here, I had to put this on the vise and use the Sawzall to actually cut it out because I couldn't twist affect it out, wiggle it or anything like that. It was stuck in there. I used the Mega Blue gasket maker and the O-ring that came with it, because the original O-ring is so deteriorated. It's like that. I don't think we could reuse that. I mean, maybe you could. So now I gotta put that fan belt back on. These are always very trippy putting on, even following the handy dandy instructions that are permanently affixed to the vehicle. I always become confounded by that simple design and engineering. But remember, I'm no mechanic, nor do I claim to be one. I'm just a scrapper trying to get his old crappy truck running again. Junk it, King! Oh, yeah, I will. Go buy me another one. I like this because there's no emissions testing inspection requirement for 95 and older vehicles. So, therefore, it's a perfect fit for me, because when and if ever the check engine light comes on, let's see, it shows it going down there. Well, anyway, once again, the video cut out and the battery died. So in the meantime, I got this fan belt on. When I put it on, you can't really get it on over the idler pulley to get it to completely go on, especially because it's new and the grooves aren't like fully worn into yet. Got to use that bigger pulley to drag it onto. So what I'm doing now is screwing this fan back on. So all that drama and extra for nothing. Chasing around for the correct water pump when, in fact, most of that was not necessary. And what I'm looking for now is a pipe wrench, actually, to firmly screw that on, because I don't have an adjustable wrench or any other wrench that is that diameter. Hey, happy 4th of July, by the way, everybody. Independence Day. Anyway, I got this pipe wrench on here, which is actually nothing more than a very sloppy adjustable wrench, really, when it comes down to it. I know, YouTube would want me to have the perfect tool because I'm an influencer and I'm influencing people to do it the wrong way. Right? You're the only idiot, King. There's one like rotation where the fan blades are more spread out than others. Hey, there's this channel called 1A Auto, and the tool he uses to break this loose is an air hammer with a large chisel extension. So even the pros are hacks. He uses that tool to break it free. There's another channel that uses a long extension bar and puts it in between the two bolts that are on the older style pulley, and uses that as a brace point to break the fan bolt free. So there are other channels on YouTube that use hack style methods, not just me. Go watch them. They ain't no different. King, I could just see Bert, you're gonna bend the fan blades, which I'm very careful not to do. None of which happened. I'm just trying to get this torqued on enough where it won't come flying off mid-flight somewhere. Because it'll send it right into the radiator. $200 right there. Plus time. Plus all the coolant lost. Plus, depending on where you break down, you might need a tow truck. Yeah, it's way out of adjustment now. That's the problem with these kind of wrenches. You know, pipe wrenches they're meant for plumbing and not really automotive use. Because automotive type use is an entirely different animal of mechanics. I don't know, I think we'll leave it at that. Throw caution to the wind. You. I think we're good enough, really. All right. When I do put the radiator in, I'm going to fill it with water first to see if there's any leaks, because I'm not going to waste a 20-gallon jug of antifreeze if there is a leak. Why would there be any leaks, King, if you did it right? Who said anything about doing stuff right? Okay, well, this wasn't so hard to work on. It was more the discrepancy in the style of the manufacturer of the part that had me completely thrown for a loop. This is all really janky. This transmission cooler line setup, very not, I don't know, it's been this way since I've owned the vehicle. These hoses have a tendency over time to dry rot or, become hard and brittle. So I think I'll put the fan shroud in next and then the radiator. And this dummy can't figure out what he did with the hose clamp there. I don't know if oh, there it is. I have a little bit of rusty laying around here somewhere. I'll spray it on that. What the heck could I have done with it? Hey, listen, ADHD with me rules today. Runs my life. Rules today. Here's some fireworks in the distance. That always gets me in the mood to light off fireworks. I know there's a lot of people that are like, my dog is afraid of the fireworks. I'm not making fun of your dog, by the way. Or, I'm a vet, and I'm not making fun of vets either. And the noise gives me PTSD. All right. While I believe that, kind of, every day has got like bangs, pops, noises, cars backfiring, other loud sounds in general. In our state of Illinois, all fireworks are illegal. Yet people go to Indiana and they bring them here. And I guess the fine in Chicago is like huge. They can take your car away, impound that and give you this huge fine. I think it's a misdemeanor anyway, overall. I bring fireworks into the city itself, let alone the state of Illinois, which we are a leftist blue state, and all leftist blue states are filled with mamby-pamby babies. I like when other fellow Americans from other states that have concealed carry go, whoa, we can carry, and all this other stuff that they claim they can do. Well, good for you. I mean, me personally, owning I'm not against gun ownership. It's just that for me personally, I think it would be too much responsibility that I'm not really willing to undertake, as I have enough. I got enough problems already. One absent-minded goof up or slip up of following the law with gun ownership. I don't know if this one fits. And then you got a host of legal problems, and now you have a record and an FBI file going, and just never mind. No, I'm not one of those people that are just willingly wanting to give up my rights. You have to fight for your rights. I understand. I get that dilemma. What do you do when your personal character is such that it's generally so effed up? I could barely keep my own house in order, and I want to take on more responsibility. I'm not the right candidate for that. There are other people that are better suited for, I don't know. Now I'm going to get all the shade in the comment section. We're either going to get commentary from people in foreign countries that are completely anti-gun, or we'll get people from this country that are super pro-gun. Like I said, I'm all for it. Even though my brother was murdered by a thug using a stolen gun, I'm still not anti-gun. It's just, for me, gun ownership represents taking on yet another responsibility. And if I'm going to take on that level of responsibility, then I want to have another kid. What do you mean by that? I'd rather have another child. If I'm going to take on that much responsibility, because once again, I'm the kind of person that's like very absent-minded. Brain always glitching. By example, we will use this repair of this Dodge truck as a perfect example, where I was insistent that I was being given the wrong part by multiple auto parts stores. O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto, and AutoZone, and one independent operator, which wanted twice as much for the water pump, by the way, as all the chain stores. And it turns out that the independent place, the ma and pa operation, was selling was exactly the same. There was a bee flying around me, and as a result, I dropped my 10 millimeter into the abyss. There was a mud bee flying around. So you just witnessed the disappearance of a 10 millimeter. Let's see if this 3/8 works. That 10 millimeter just like decided to leave the chat. Look at that. 3/8 will not fit that. King, you're so entertaining. Well, you get stung by a bee. Bee was trying to tell you something. Oh, look at that. A 10 millimeter that is not lost yet. We need another bee. I don't know. I just lost about 10 subscribers by me being misinterpreted as being anti-gun. And then I lost another 10 subscribers, mostly probably foreign, to being pro-gun. Well, what are you going to be, King? Pro or anti? I don't know, where was I? Oh yeah, trying to get that 10 millimeter on this rusted ratchet here. That's because you leave them outside in the rain. Yes, I'm guilty. That's so rusted that it's actually not clicking back. So I have to take it off with each. This is painful to watch. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. There we go. All right, we got a few more things left to do here under the hood before we're... Okay, that's snug enough. We don't know what happened to the other 10 millimeter. It just like vanished. That has to go on here somehow. There we go. But before we put that on, we'll keep that out of the way so we can... Oh, yeah, don't forget. Put the big hose on first. Tighten that up. Last piece, I think. Is it even possible to record? Probably not. You guys like the squeeze clamps more or the screw-on type? For me, it seems like it depends, like on the car and the application. All right, so that's all together. Yes, it's missing a screw there. It was when I went to go and disassemble it. As far as I know, the water pump is together. Now it just needs coolant. And hopefully we're good to go. I don't know. I had a gallon of water around here somewhere. Maybe in the shop, I don't know. I got 10,000 projects. Well, from here, oh, there it is. I moved it like 1 foot over, and I'd been keeping it in one spot. I'd been keeping it in this spot right here, and I moved it over here, and like, for me, as far as I was concerned, it was gone. Water. Actually, I should keep like 15 or 20 gallons of water here at the compound, just to like wash hands or for situations like this. Or water is very versatile. You need to put antifreeze in there too, King. That's probably why your pump went out. I don't know, 250,000 miles on original equipment.